All right, looks like we're ready to get started. We got 320 here. So yeah, let's get into it, guys. This is going to be a fucking amazing webinar masterclass. I'm going to be telling you everything that I'm personally doing to go from 7 to 8 figures in this bull run. And it's also the same strategy you can implement to go from wherever you are to 7 figures. Now, if you got 500 bucks in the bank, this isn't going to work for you. You actually need to have some money to make money. But regardless, you're going to learn a lot. You're going to see exactly what I'm going to do to make a bunch of money from the bull run, because the thing is, like, the bull run is coming back, and we'll get into that in a second. But look, crypto is a space that is super misunderstood. Most people who make money in crypto do it from basically gambling. What I want to teach you guys is methods that are not gambling, like actual money-making strategies that you can implement that are not just going into the casino, putting it on red and getting rich. I want to show you how to actually make money and do it properly. So by the end of tonight, you're going to have real knowledge about the market, where it's going, and you're going to have an actionable plan of ways that you can make a lot of money in crypto in this bull run. Okay, not ways that are outdated, that don't work anymore, actual money-making methods that'll work going forward. Okay, so I want you all to be very excited because we're at an inflection point in the market. We're at a very important moment where we are going into the next bull run. Okay, I need you all to understand how important that is. This isn't like, oh, we got another year of bear market. We are very close to the beginning of a new emerging bull run. And with that comes a lot of preparation, and for you guys to really get your shit together and start mapping out what exactly you're going to be doing to capitalize on this bull run. Okay, because look at this. This is what has just happened in the past week. BlackRock filing for an ETF. Citadel Securities, Fidelity, and Schwab starting a crypto exchange. Soros Fund Management says crypto is ripe for a TradFi takeover. And Fidelity Investments filing for another ETF. Okay, it was only last week Binance and Coinbase got absolutely destroyed by the SEC. And this week, a totally new change, a totally new smell is in the air. It is the smell of TradFi coming in, creating the next bull run, okay? And this is something that we need to really think about here into how important it is, because crypto is driven by narratives. And you need to think about how complex, how compelling, how sort of captivating a narrative is to determine how much money it can make you, right? A bull run needs a really advanced, nuanced, complex, sophisticated narrative for prices to go higher. And I talk about this in one of my YouTube videos, but this narrative here, the ETF narrative, the institutions are coming narrative, is crypto's best narrative to create the bull run that we're all looking for. So when you look at this webinar in 2 years, or when you look back, oh, wow, Daniel was predicting this shit, you're going to go, wow, how did he know? Well, I knew because this narrative, I can see it forming now. When you go on Twitter, all these people are writing tweets like all these new angles of looking at this one piece of news. It's crazy. Like, this ETF story has had so many different takes, so many different opinions, so many different ways of looking at it in a different bullish manner. It reminds me of 2020 crypto before we had the bull run, because back then there was all these really compelling stories of why we're going back into a bull run, like all this inflation that's going to come, COVID. It was such an amazing story for a bull run, and this story is coming back, and it's about to get started. So yeah, not to hype you guys up to oblivion, but that is what I'm seeing in the market right now. And it's why I've been really rushing to get this webinar together, because I need to get you guys ready with all the strategies and everything you need to know. Because if you don't have it ready now or in the next month, the bull run's going to be potentially underway, and you're going to miss that amazing opportunity to get started today. Okay, so what do we got here? I just talked about this. So what does this mean for you? Well, most people in crypto, they get in too late, right? They're gonna join in a year from now when everything's going parabolic, all the coins are going up 10x, all their friends and family are talking about the money they're making. Most of you guys watching this are not going to really be paying attention until that happens. And we don't want that to happen. You need to be paying attention now. I really want to make this point really fucking obvious. So there's 2 types of people, right? And the person you want to be is the smart people, aka you on this training tonight, because you understand you need to get set up with everything you need to know today to make sure you're ready for what's to come. Because this bull run potentially is the last bull run to make it big. Because once the space gets super regulated, it's a $5 trillion asset class, there's not going to be these big opportunities, especially the pre-sale space. The pre-sale space is ripe for regulation. You should not be able to, as a retail investor, buy into a pre-sale, do nothing, and make 100x on your money in 1 year for doing nothing. That shouldn't be possible. So these opportunities are going to be going away by the end of the next bull run when it becomes a big enough asset class, when they start putting in these regulations and saying, no, you're not an accredited investor, you're not allowed to get access to these opportunities, or things like, no, that's a security, you're not allowed to invest in securities. Now's the time while it's still a fucking Wild West casino. So what are you learning tonight? What are you going to learn? 3 main topics. When is the bull run coming back and how you can be prepared? How I plan to go from 7 to 8 figures and how you can go from 6 or 5, whatever, figures that you have to the 7-figure mark. And how you can implement the strategies that I'm teaching in your own portfolio, okay? So yeah, by the end of this training, these strategies are so important because these are what I'm inevitably going to be using to get to the 7 to 8 figure mark. And it's what I've been working on for the past 6 months, like all day, every day for the past 6 months, been working really hard to just like refine my systems that I'm going to be using to make money. So most of you watching don't really have like a system that you're going to be following for this bull run. Most of you are just like, yeah, I'm going to like buy these really promising GameFi coins. I'm going to like probably try to buy them at a low price. When it crashes, I'll buy them. And then I'm going to maybe hold them and I'll sell when this guy on Twitter says to sell because he's really smart. That's like most of your guys' plan. And trust me, that's a really shit plan. I tried that like 4 years ago when I first got into crypto. It didn't work. Okay. So I've moved on from that phase. And you guys, a lot of you are still in that phase. So hopefully after you watch this, you're going to be able to move out of that phase into being a proper investor, not some normie retail gambler, right? And this call that I'm doing, normally charge $2,000 an hour for my time. So you're getting a lot of free value here. Let's not talk about that too much. So brief introduction, okay? Who am I? A lot of you like have only found me a week ago, a month ago. You don't know who I am. Yeah, look at this photo. That's Andrew Tate. That's me here, just to show you who I am. I'm a 23-year-old crypto investor, built a 7-figure portfolio since I got into the space in 2017. I've been doing this stuff full time for 2 years now, about 5,000 hours total learning crypto. And since my time here, I've been able to connect with several billionaires in the space, just in crypto, not like normal billionaires, but crypto ones. And I'm a part of some of the most exclusive high-level networks of crypto investors in the space, right? And also I've taught crypto in the largest online education platform on earth, Hustlers University. And that's why I'm sitting here next to Andrew Tate on a super yacht, not a super yacht, on a yacht in Dubai, okay? Because I was working for him. And I teach people how to do crypto, right? This is some results of some people who followed me. CT only a couple months ago made like $40,000 or so on Blur, on one of the airdrops. And there's just some, I don't know if you guys like this stuff. There's some testimonials. Some guy made 37K on Mechas, which was an NFT quite a while ago. And yeah, that's some of my students, some of the guys following my stuff. So I have a challenge for you. For the next 90 minutes, turn off all your phones, turn off TikTok, turn off, I like to play this like surfing game. So if you have any like little games on your phone, turn those off, put your phone away and get out your pen and paper or get out your notes app on your phone because I want you to take some notes, okay? And really try to listen to what I'm going to teach you. This is going to be recorded, but you want to watch it live, okay? And also at the end, I'm doing a $500 giveaway. So yeah, whoever sticks around to the end and fulfills the requirements at the end of the webinar, you'll get $500 if you're picked. So I want you to comment in the chat now how experienced you are with crypto. I want you to put a 1, 2, or a 3 or a 4, okay? So if you've never bought crypto, put a 1. If you've bought it but you've lost money, you've not, haven't really done anything, 2. If you have made a few dollars but you don't exactly understand the projects or the fundamentals, so you've done all right, do a 3. And if you're number 4 and you've made 6 to 7 figures, you've done well like myself, put a 4 in the chat. I'm going to have a look at what you guys are saying. What are you mostly? Okay, quite a lot of 3s. Fuck, there's a few 4s in the chat. A few guys with money. Okay, that's good. A couple ballers in here. I'm seeing some familiar names here. Okay, There's no ones. That's good. That means that you're all going to understand what I'm teaching you. Oh, I saw a couple ones. Kelson is a one. Okay, that's all right. Hopefully some of this stuff makes sense to you because it's going to be not tailored for a total beginner. But anyways, that looks good. Cool. So we got a bunch of threes, bunch of fours. That's good to see. 5. Okay, Pepe's a billionaire. Cool. We got a billionaire in the chat. I told you I knew some billionaires. I put them in on the live stream. Okay, I wanted to introduce you guys to them. So let's get into the training. I have 4 strategies for this bull run. Okay, and this is what's going to take me from 7 to 8 figures. 4 strategies. Pretty simple. Now, you can follow alongside me because these strategies I used in the last bull run, right? I've been doing airdrops for a while. I've been doing pre-sales for a while in some way, shape, or form. I've been doing long-term investing and some other things, okay? And it's the same thing carrying me from different levels. So you can implement these just as well as I did back in the last bull run, okay? So these are all the ways that you can make money in crypto. There's so many different ways, so many different little gambling. There's so many different slot machines, okay? Look at them all. I don't like most of these. Okay, day trading sucks. Swing trading's all right. Yield farming is trash. Don't do yield farming. Mining, shit. You need a lot of money for that. So these green ones are the ones that I follow. Okay, these are my favorite. You guys can do trading. You guys can do flipping NFTs. You can do all of that shit if it works for you. But these are what work for me, and it's what I'm going to be talking about. Why do I like these the most? There's 4 reasons why I like these the most. Number 1, highest return on time invested. So when you day trade, you have to look at the screen all day, okay? It's a problem. I don't like that. I like to go out surfing, enjoying my day. I don't want to be looking at charts all day. It sounds like a terrible use of time. Imagine getting rich, but the only way you can make money is staring at a screen all day. What's the point? So number 1, highest return on time invested. When I long-term invest, I spend about 30 minutes a week looking at charts, maybe an hour a week looking at charts. And that can deliver millions of dollars in profit for such a small amount of time that I invest. Number 2, I have an edge. So I don't have an edge in day trading. I suck at it. Okay, I'll be honest. I'm shit at day trading. You might be amazing at day trading. So if that's your edge, you can do it. But my edge is with these 5. Airdrops, pre-sales, long-term investing, IEOs, NFT whitelists. What my edge is in, I'm going to do. So anyone watching this, if you have an edge which is not my edge, that's fine. But the key thing you need to do is find what you're going to get good at, okay? If you want to get good at the things that I get good at, that's perfect because I'm going to show you how to do that in this live presentation. So number 3, highest probability of success. So I know a lot of guys who got rich from pre-sales. I know a lot of guys that got rich from long-term investing. And when I say guys, I'm using that as a non-gendered term, okay? Some girls I know have gotten a lot of money from these things. But yeah, the highest probability of success, the thing that's gotten the most people wealthy is long-term investing. It's buying something low, holding it, doing nothing, and then you just made a ton of money and you sell it high. That's how most people make their wealth, okay? It's just the process of holding something over the long term. Even a pre-sale is technically long-term investing. It's just you're buying it before you can, it's liquid. It's like a illiquid long-term hold, okay? Now, number 4, genuine passion or interest. I hate trading. I hate doing technical analysis. I don't like that stuff, okay? I don't like yield farming. I find the process of like finding yield farms just incredibly fucking boring. Like it just doesn't interest me. So I'm never going to do it. What I do find interesting is long-term investing. I like looking at macro, designing algorithms, designing systems. That's what I like doing. I like also, the process of airdrops. Automating through bots, hiring coders to literally automate the entire process, finding the next big projects. That's what I enjoy doing, okay? So let's get into strategy 1. Here is a chart of the money you could have made from a number of airdrops. So it's quite a lot of money for some of them. Now, keep in mind, this photo is a little bit off. I got this from the internet. The guy clearly doesn't know what he's talking about because Blur, I made over $100,000 and he put 2,000 there. I don't know what he's doing. But basically, use this as a rough guide of like the free money that you could have made for doing very minimal effort, right? And keep in mind, this is like the amount of money you made from doing like the minimal amount of effort, right? $2,000 on Blur was quite easy. It was like the minimum amount of work. So if you did a little bit of work or a lot of work, you would have made hundreds of thousands of dollars if you did all of these airdrops. So this is an incredibly lucrative strategy, especially for you guys watching this who don't have much money. If you got $1,000, airdrops is probably the only thing I'd recommend to you. Maybe pre-sales, but even then, airdrops is probably best. Because a lot of these don't need much money. I don't think Arbitrum needed much money to make $3,500 because the fees are cheap, right? Blur took a little bit of money. I had to spend like $30,000 to make over 100,000. So like it did cost money, but the others don't really. So if you got $1,000, airdrops is the best thing you can do. So what even is an airdrop for the people who said one on that little quiz that I did before? Well, an airdrop is a marketing strategy, right? When Nike films a video of a new shoe and they do a little promotional video, that's a marketing strategy. When a crypto project does an airdrop, it's the same thing, okay? Because crypto projects don't really have many ways to like basically get customers, which is people to buy their shitcoins. They got like 4 main methods. They either do like a promotional giveaway, they do sponsorships with influencers, they post content online, or they do airdrops, right? That's like the 4 main methods that you can do marketing. So airdrops attract users, they drive organic usage, and they increase the diversity of the holder base, okay, when they go to launch a token. So printing 6 figures on an airdrop, which is quite hard, right? Because this is the base level. This is like, I'm an idiot, I didn't do it properly level. But if you're going to do it like me properly, this is how you do it. Number 1, you need to be able to identify the next big crypto projects, okay? Because let's say you farm a coin that is going to do an airdrop, but the market cap of that coin is $1 million market cap, and let's say you farmed 0.1% of the supply, or 0.01%, right? You don't really make any money, right? But if you farm an airdrop of $1 billion coin that when it launches, that's a lot of potential money because of how big the project's going to be. The best airdrops are the airdrops of the biggest projects in crypto. So that's a really big part of it. You need to be able to identify like what is actually going to be the next big projects. Number 2, be able to use new technology as an early adopter. So the only reason that you are able to make money with airdrops is because you're doing some form of arbitrage, right? If everyone knows that there's an airdrop, there's probably not going to be any money to make in that airdrop because things get what's called priced in. So if you make money from an airdrop, you're arbitraging the spread of information and the spread of knowledge because you are doing something before others know about it, right? It's like you do it now when it's early, when it's hard, when it's difficult. You make money because people do it later when it's easy, when it's already happened. For example, the Blur airdrop, they had 2 rounds. The first round I made a bunch of money on, right? Over 100K. The second round, I said, guys, this isn't going to make any money. Don't even bother. From day 1, I was like, do not bother. There's no money in this airdrop. Round 2 is going to suck. Why was that? Well, think about it. Everyone on Twitter was talking about Blur when the first airdrop happened. Everyone started farming Blur. What happens when everyone knows something? It's no longer profitable. The edge is gone. There's no arbitrage. My arbitrage was, I'm good at crypto and I can find new shit before others find it. But when everyone knows about Blur, there's no money there because everyone knows about it. So you have to be able to find the new technology as an early adopter before everyone else does, form of arbitrage. Number 3, begin farming for the airdrop early before the masses find it. Sort of like the point I made before. Number 4, this one is really important actually right now. So airdrops used to be able to be done by one person. You sitting at home could just go on your laptop, airdrop farming, and you would make a bunch of money. But this is changing. Okay, the world's changing. Things, competition increases as people find out how much money there is in airdrops, blah, blah, blah. So in order for you to be able to be profitable with airdrops going forward, you're going to need to automate the process. You need to scale your operations. How do you do this? Well, there's 2 main ways. You either do it with code or with labor, or ideally both. So how do you automate an airdrop with code? Well, that's what I'm working with at the moment with a guy. We can automate the entire airdrop process for layer 0, for Scroll, for these, ZK Sync, for these next big airdrops with code, where we don't have to do a single thing. The entire process will be done for us, and we can do it on hundreds of wallets, right? And labor, if there's ever parts that can't be automated, you just hire someone else to do it. You pay them a salary and you keep the profit. So this is how you scale your airdrop operations to keep up with the increase in competition so that you can stay profitable. Because if you just one person sitting at home start clicking on a computer, it's not really going to, how are you going to compete with the farms? How are you going to compete with the guy who has 1,000 wallets farming ZK Sync? You're not going to compete with him. He's going to make all the money. So it's good to do it by yourself at the start to figure it out. And probably for the next 1 or 2 airdrops, it'll be fine. But 3 months from now, 6 months from now, you're going to have to automate it with code and labor. Okay. And that's what I'm currently doing. And number 5, you need to remain consistent. So many people, most people are lazy, right? They do something like, think about New Year's. Think about how busy the gyms are. Every fatty's in the gym working out. And you're like, this is really good. I'm happy for you guys. You're all working out. A month passes, they're all gone. It's only people with 6-packs left. It's like, where did all the fatties go? Did they get 6-packs all of a sudden? No, they just stopped going to the gym and now they're at McDonald's. So that's how most people do things. They do it for a month, they give up, and that's why they don't get rich. That's why they don't get successful. So you have to remain consistent. The key to airdrops is consistency, because there's certain criteria that they look for with airdrops, which are time-based. It's how many different months were you using our platform? Did you just do it once and got lazy? Or were you using it consistently, right? There's criteria they look for, which is going to make you more money, okay? So how do you maximize profit? Like I just said, automation, labor. So with automation, you can, what did I say here? Solo farming without bots. Yeah, it's not going to be profitable. You have to be able to automate it with code and with labor. Just talked about that. Here we are. So this week, like I was saying, this week I'm launching an automated bot, which is going to automatically farm layer 0, ZK Sync, scroll, any future airdrop, we can automate it in code and it will do it for us. So I don't have to do a single thing. Now, remember what I talked about all the way back here. What do my strategies involve? Where is it? Where did it go? Here we are. Oh, no. Here we are. Highest return on time invested. Do I spend any time anymore farming airdrops? Well, not after next week, because it's all going to be automated with code, right? So that's something really important to keep in mind. Now, where are we? Here we are. Now, I want to talk about the results from the prior airdrop. The last airdrop with Blur, you could do it as one person. And this is all the guys in the mastermind, a few of them actually, who were doing the airdrop, right? CT, I don't know if he's here in the webinar, but he made like 40 grand on Blur. He was I think he got the second best result. There was another guy who made like 60K or something. And yeah, look, this guy, I don't know how to say that name, made like 4,000 Blur. Keep in mind, Blur was worth about $1 something at the peak. It launched at about 70 cents, I think. So yeah, it's pretty good money. Here's some more. Yeah, there's a few more, but I didn't want to include them. So anyway, here's strategy number 2. Losing my voice. If you guys own any of these coins, I want you to look at this list. Let's ask a question for the chat. If you own any of these coins, I want you to say yes. If you don't own these coins, say no. I'm going to have a look at the chat, okay? I'm going to take a little breather, a little quiz for you guys, see if you're a good investor or not. Oh, God, some of you said yes. I'm disappointed. While you're answering my question, I'm going to answer a question that I saw. But don't you get picked up for Sybil attacks? So when you do multiple wallets for airdrops, they can try to pick up if you're an airdrop farmer or not. And they don't want you to have multiple wallets. The thing is that you can actually avoid that whole thing with certain strategies. One of them, which I'll give you free alpha for you guys, is you can go on BitGet, a non-KYC exchange, and you can make new deposit addresses every single time you do a deposit. So you have money in MetaMask, you send it to BitGet, you send it to another wallet. And then you send this money back into BitGet, a new deposit address, and then you send it out again. Because each time you withdraw or deposit, it's different locations. New deposit address, new location. They're not going to be able to pick it up. There's no other exchange in crypto that is going to allow you, I don't think, to have multiple deposit addresses to mitigate the entire issue of Sybil attacks, okay? That's a little bit of alpha. I probably am now going to make way less money because I just told you guys that. So yeah, lucky. Now, how many yeses and nos do we have? Okay, let's have a look. No, 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 no. Okay, a guy called Daniel doesn't. He said no. Good job, Daniel. The Daniels are smart. I like that. Some of you said yes. Okay, I'm disappointed. Let me explain why this is a terrible idea. So all of these coins have two things in common. They're old and they've been through multiple market cycles, or at least one market cycle. Now, why is that an issue? Well, they're what I would call like tapped out, right? They've been pump and dumped, and they've been used for what they were intended for, and their time is over. Because there's two holder mentalities in crypto, right? There's two types of people in crypto. There's two types of coins. So there's number one, which is I basically buy this shit coin to get more of another coin. Or I use these other shit coins to get more of the coin I hold for the long term. That's the two holder mentalities. Of these two mentalities, which one do you guys think is Bitcoin and Ethereum? One or two? One or two? Which one represents Bitcoin and Ethereum holders? One or two? This is a question for you guys. So two. Yep. Two is the answer. Why is that? Because people know that shit coins, old coins are shit coins. Everyone knows, except for some of you guys, that shit coins are a game of extraction. Your goal with a shit coin is like a military mission. Get in, kill some people, save the people, get out. In and out. That's what it is, okay? That's like shit coins. You get in when it's early. Surprise attack. Surprise, motherfucker. Get in, make your money, get out. That's what altcoins are. And what you do with the altcoin profits is you put them back into Ethereum, Bitcoin, real assets, your business. You buy a yacht, you buy a Lamborghini. That's what you do, okay? But some of you guys don't understand this. You buy XRP. You buy Cardano. You buy all these old shit coins, which break the entire idea of what you need to be doing in crypto. You buy XRP with the mentality of number two. It doesn't really make sense. XRP is an extraction coin. The idea is you take money out of it. Bitcoin and Ethereum are input coins. You put money into it. Do you see the difference? Input versus output. XRP is just a coin to put money in and get it out. Why do you think the Ripple Foundation dumps billions and billions of dollars? Why do you think the coin has performed so terribly? The reason is that it is a game of extraction. They are trying to get money out. And who funds the profit of Ripple, the team, the foundation? It's you guys who buy XRP thinking it's going to go up in price. It's you guys buying whatever. I don't want to pick on XRP. Okay, let's pick on some other coins. Pava, what a shit coin. Curve, what a terrible coin. Did you guys see Curve? The founder bought two $40 million mansions in Australia using the profits from selling the Curve token. And have you seen the price chart of Curve? Are you guys surprised you buy a shitcoin which has been out for 4 years and it doesn't make you money? Is that like a surprising thing to some people? It blows my mind, it baffles me. Like okay, I'll be honest. I hold Solana, which is an old coin, but that's my only old project. All the others are gone, and it's just focusing on new coins. Now, you're probably wondering, like, you just shat on all these old coins. What coins do I hold? Because I'm not just going to hold Bitcoin and get rich. Well, the answer is I hold new altcoins. Okay? Where is the new altcoins? I don't talk about that yet. Why do I hold new altcoins? Well, new altcoins have a number of factors which make them better than old altcoins. Let's start off a list. Number one, they have no bag holders. So when a coin launches, it's a flat price. Everyone's probably in a profit, right? Because they did a pre-sale, they're up 10x, everyone's in a profit. When the market is in a profit, that is the best position that a coin can be in. Think about why buying an all-time high breakout is such a good investing strategy, right? Like, think about one of the most tried and tested and proven strategies to make money. An all-time high breakout is one of the most promising. Backtest it. It's one of the best. It's because when you go into new all-time highs, when everyone's in profit, everyone's happy, everyone's holding, everyone's excited. There's no one like, oh, I'm going to wait for it to double and I'm going to sell at break even. Think about XRP. Think about the billions of dollars waiting to sell. Just as soon as it goes up a little bit more, the people who bought 3 years ago at $2, holding it down an 80% retracement, just hoping, please go up a little bit more so I can exit. Because think about it. A lot of you guys are holding altcoins at a loss, and you're not gonna sell that loss, are you? You're not gonna sell at a loss. You're waiting for a profit to sell. That's a mental coping mechanism that you're now exhibiting in your investing process. It's coping, right? I'm not selling here because I can't sell at a loss. I need to get my money back, right? And that is the same mentality that everyone else holding your shitcoin has. And it's why the shitcoins that are old don't perform, because you got all these people who just want to get out. Extraction. Remember? Extraction. They just want to get out. Quick, get out. That's bad for long-term price performance. You want to own something that people want to hold for the long term, that they're bullish on, that they just want to hold. They just put all their money into it, like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, okay? So why do you guys continue to hold these old altcoins? You're probably wondering, like, what's going wrong here? What's the issue in your investing process? Well, a lot of you guys have what's called bag holder syndrome. And when I say like a lot of you guys, I mean like this is what I was like a year ago, and I've had to fix this. So I'm not saying it like it's so shit that you do this, but I'm just trying to open your eyes to what I've learned from 5 years in the game, okay? So it's not trying to be rude. But yeah, bag holder syndrome. You marry coins like you marry your wife. When you get married to your wife, that's a good thing, and you should stay with her for the long term. You should hodl that, hodl that position. In crypto, you got to be a fuckboy, okay? You got to find something that's new. It just hit the block. It just got launched. Buy in, hold that thing for a year, and then when it gets old, it's been pump and dumped. You need to get out and move to the next thing. I know it sounds a bit messed up, but that's the best analogy for crypto. You got to be a fuckboy with altcoins, because once a coin's gone through a full market cycle, you've now got bag holders. You've got people who don't care about the project. The team don't really care anymore because the VCs are unlocked, so the VCs are off their neck because they've all made money. The teams, the community is a pain in the ass because everyone's lost money. So everyone in the Discord chat's like, when Moon, team do something. The team's like, they've made their money. The Curve founder, he's bought 2 mansions in Australia with his wife and kids. Do you think he gives a fuck? Do you think he really cares like he did 2 years ago? No, he doesn't care. So that's why you need to be a fuckboy with coins. Buy the new ones where it's fresh, it's hot, it's new, it's a new industry, it's a new narrative, new holder base, new VCs, new everything. It's what you need to stick to. Number 2, a one and done research process. So most people, when they invest in crypto, they do a bit of research. They find this coin that they like. They get really attached to it, but then they stop researching. It's like when you get married, right? You get a wife and then you're off the dating market. Okay, that's the good thing. But in crypto, it's not. You have to stay on the dating market, because if you just buy one coin and you just hold it and you don't look at anything else, you're not going to be able to find the next big narratives, okay? You're not going to be able to find the next thing. How are you going to stay on top of what's the next hot industry? Because it's always changing. If you've just bought one coin and you've just shut down, you're off the dating market. It just doesn't work. You have to always, you can't be falling behind as an investor, right? You got to be in GameFi, and then you got to be in LSDs. What's the next big what's the next big liquid staking derivative project? What's the next big, whatever it is, right? Number 3, lacking context into the purpose of altcoins. Again, we covered this before. The goal of an altcoin is that it's an extraction game. You get in, mercenary style, sniper, done, boom, profit, get out. Okay? I'm not saying day trading, but I'm saying you get in, make profit, get out, put it into Ethereum. Okay? That's the game. That's how you play altcoins. All right? And you're supposed to hold them for the first bull cycle, not the third, not the fourth. You don't buy Dash in its 4th bull market when it can barely stand up like it's a grandma with a walking stick, okay? Don't walk with grandma, go get a new coin, okay? So yeah, that's the reason why these old coins underperform, okay? And yeah, you need to think about altcoins as a ticking time bomb. And this is me right here. I love this photo. This was in my latest YouTube video. I think it triggered a few people. This is me. I build things. I am a VC and I'm a smart retailer. And this is, I mean, some of you it's not, but this is a lot of you guys at the bottom getting shat on by everyone else because crypto is an extraction market. Think about a coin. A coin launches. Who's the first person to profit? It's the founder because they are the founder of the project. They make money first. Who makes money next? Well, it's the early investors. It's the VCs. Okay. Once the VCs are profited, who profits next? Well, it's going to be the smart retail. They're the next up. Who profits last? Well, you only profit if you can shit on someone else. You only make money if someone else loses. So dumb retail don't make anything. They get shat on by everyone else, and they just look at how angry they are. Look at how angry these birds are. They're not having any fun. Okay, so my goal is to take you from dumb retail to at least one of the other levels. Ideally, you want to be the top dog. Look, he's got no shit on his head. He's happy. Look at the little grin on his face. Okay, that's where you want to be. But ideally, one of these three is fine. So yeah, we're halfway through the training. Have you guys learned something? Have I taught you something? Put a yes in the chat if you've learned something. I'm curious. Has this been educational? We've got 400 live. Yes, sir. You've learned something. Okay, good. I'm glad that. Okay, a couple of you asking about Solana. So what I just taught you about the old altcoins is applicable for about 99% of coins. There is a very small percent which go on to have what's called multi-cycle outperformance. I believe Solana is a coin that can have multi-cycle outperformance. Am I biased? Maybe a little. But have I done my research? Yes. So the key is doing your research. If you've done your research, you've really put in the work, then it's okay. But most of you buy a coin 3 years ago, you sort of forget if you even like it or not. And then you're like, someone asks you like, why are you holding it? And you're like, oh, it was cool 3 years ago. It was the thing in 2019. Yeah, back when it was new. No one gives a fuck about it now. All right, so let's get into the second part of this presentation. $500 giveaway at the end. Who wants to make some free money? So this is strategy 2. It's the second part, right? So now we know what we want to buy. New coins. Things like Arbitrum, Layer 0, Scroll, Meme. Meme's one that I can talk about another time. Things like Ethereum, Bitcoin. That's what you want to own. So how do you know where to buy? Some of you have seen, a lot of you have seen this, some of you haven't. This is my investing algo. I built it back over here in September 2021. Okay, it was made here. I've been using it since. So it's been live tested for 2 years. I think you can see my mouse. Yeah, it's been over here. So you can see it's been pretty accurate. Not all the signals are live, but pretty much like 80% of what you see was a live signal, told us what to do, and we followed it. Like this signal was real, this sell signal, we sold at the exact top. And these are all real. We bought the exact bottom for Ethereum. We did quite well, okay? So this is how I know where to buy and sell. Because, like, look, if you had to choose between being the best person at fundamental analysis or the best person at knowing where to buy and sell, I'd pick the best person at knowing where to buy and sell. Because you can make money on anything if you time it right. I can make money on XRP if I time it right. How good's that? The shittest of shitcoins, XRP, I can make money on it as long as I'm there at the right time. So that's why this system's so powerful. It doesn't really matter what I buy. If I follow it, it works for 98% of altcoins because they're all correlated. When Bitcoin crashes during COVID, everything dumps. Nothing escaped that wrath, okay? That's why it works on all coins. The only time it isn't as accurate is during an alt season, but we have systems to get around that. So yeah, forward tested since August 2021, September-ish, roughly. One of the most accurate forward tested systems. So something you have to keep in mind is that it's forward tested. This is live results. This isn't some stupid on-chain tool that some idiot on Twitter with 100,000 followers who just like hopium tweets every second day made up. No, this is like, I made it 2 years ago. I still use it. Slight modifications, barely any changes. And it's a Chad. It's such a Chad algo, okay? Takes 30 minutes per week to implement. So a lot of you guys are business owners that follow me. This is the perfect thing for you guys. It takes like 0 time. So the reason I mention this is because in crypto, you need a system, okay? You can buy the best coin on the planet, but if you don't buy it at the right time, it doesn't matter. So whether it's the Hunter algo, whether it's whatever it is, you need some sort of system to know where to buy. Because if you're not buying at the right time, you're not selling at the right time, you're not making money, okay? So you can use on-chain data, you can use derivatives data, you can use liquidation, heat maps, you can use fear and greed index, you can use macro, whatever your tool is, as long as you have a system. Main thing. All right, my favorite thing at the moment is pre-sales. They are the easiest and most lucrative way to make money in crypto. You basically, how it works is, it's so stupidly simple. You give crypto to an investment fund. They invest into the project that they say that you picked. You do nothing. And then a year later, roughly, you receive the tokens back when the coin launches. And most of the time, it's a 5 to 100x return on your money. And you did literally nothing. It's actually crazy. But Daniel, if it's so easy, why doesn't everyone do it? Well, the key thing with pre-sales is it's all about network. Crypto is a game of the 99% at the bottom, basically getting shat on, and the 1% at the top getting richer. It's just like how society works. Why do you think they have an accredited investor law? Why do you think you have to be accredited to invest in the latest startups? Why can't you get access to them? Why is it that you, a normal person, don't get the same opportunities as rich people? Well, that's how society works. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Rules are made to keep you in your place. So that's how the pre-sale game works. It's the same structure as the traditional world coming over into crypto. All the rich people want to get rich together so they can all buy more yachts and Lambos and they can all have fun together while all the poor people stay poor. They don't want you to get rich. And also, most people do not deserve to be rich. So when you've made money, you know what it took and you know that most people don't deserve it. So you keep things hidden away. No, this guy wouldn't appreciate it. He's going to lose it all anyway. I'm keeping this for my close circle, right? The wealthier you are, the easier it is to build your network, to get connections, to meet people at the right places, to join the right communities. The wealthy get wealthier. And it's behind closed doors. So that's the issue with pre-sales. You have to be in the know. You have to know people. And generally you have to know people, but there is a way that you can get access to these. There's 2 ways that you can get around it, okay? And I'll talk about that later. But yeah, this is the pre-sale. This is the syndicate that I'm a part of. Syndicate means basically it's like a form of fund, right? So you got the fund that invests in projects. Syndicate is like another version of that, okay? And this is the one that I'm a part of. So this is what we've invested in so far. I joined a bit late. I only got the connection for this one recently, but one of the ones they did recently was Sui. I don't know how to say it, Sui or something. They got in at 1.5 cents. It's 75 cents today. So that's like a 50x. Keep in mind, you have to keep your money locked for like a year. I think I can't remember the specifics, but it's probably like a year lockup. But you wait 12 months, you 50x your money, you can put in 10, 20 grand. You're halfway to $1 million. So, or if you do 20 grand, you're at $1 million, right? So you can see we got layer 0, eigenlayer. These are all the next big projects. When I talk about you have to focus on new coins, the reason I know this is because I'm investing in all the new startups and I see how promising they are. And I see behind the scenes of the VCs, the wealthy 9-figure whales, the big funds. I see what they talk about. I'm just saying to you what they say to me, right? I'm just the middleman. They tell me things that they keep behind closed doors. I tell you because I like it. It's quite fun being the only legit person on crypto YouTube. So Scroll is really good. That's one that I invested in. I also invested in Monad with the Mastermind guys and Kakarot with the Mastermind guys. But I couldn't get ZK Sync. I was too late. I fucking really wish I got that one. Really wish I got layer 0. That one's going to be huge. That's a big one that I'm really bullish on. So yeah, how can you participate in pre-sales? How can you get access to the easiest way to make money in the world? There's a few public ones you can join. There's a project called Venture Capital VCX or something. But honestly, they don't get good deals. I've had a look at them. I've had a look at all the public ones. I've wanted to get my mastermind guys into pre-sales for a while. I haven't found any good ones, but they're all right, okay? What have I got here? And yeah, the problem with these public ones is because it's public, everyone gets access to it and you get really small allocations. So it's like, yeah, you'll get $200 in an all right startup. It's not really promising. So here's the two strategies that you can implement. You can spend tens of thousands of dollars on networking events. You can join high-level communities like Milady, Bored Apes. You can network, meet rich people. You can go to the conferences. I was at a conference last week. I'm in Lisbon at the moment, meeting some. It was honestly a shit conference, but trying to meet some new people, basically. You can become a pro at crypto, someone that others will want to be associated with because you can make them money. And you can work your way into the correct circles. And you will get access to good communities if you do that. If you spend, it costs a lot of money. It's going to take a lot of time, but it is possible. And this is what I did, right? This is how I got access to my current syndicate. Or, I mean, there's an easier method. You can just join my mastermind and you'll get direct access. Because all the deals, for example, Kakarot, there was about like 500K in allocation for that one. I didn't really want to fill it because I wasn't 100% sure on the project, but like I only wanted to fill like 20, 30K for that one, but we really had like hundreds of thousands of extra we could have put in. So if you want to get actually like good size into early good projects, then it's an easy way to do it. Strategy number 4, free money opportunities. So in the bull run, it's actually ridiculous how many easy ways there are to make money. The only issue is time. There's only so much time you have to look around at all the opportunities that exist. There's only so many industries, so many sectors that you can look at, only so many Twitter accounts you can follow, so many YouTube videos you can watch. So that's the only limiting bottleneck here. But when you have a good network, everyone has their own little sector that they focus on and you can all help each other and it's really cool. So in a bull run, there's a lot of ways you can make easy money. And a free money opportunity is basically like a really high probability, low time investment way to make a bunch of money, okay? So for example, you've got IEOs. So let's say FTX wants to help launch a new coin. If you hold FTT tokens, I know FTX is dead, but just put that aside for a second. You hold FTT tokens and you get access to the IEO of this new coin. They rig the whole game so that it's free money. They want people to profit because if someone makes money on a coin that they launch, they're more likely to buy FTT. And that makes their exchange token go higher. So they have an incentive to make it so cheap that everyone prints money, okay? Let me give you some examples. So this was ages ago. This was like in the bull run. This guy Jar made like 22K on an IEO on FTX. There's the classic example. This guy, GCC. Any GCC guys in the chat? Any GCC guys in the chat? And yeah, venture capital does get decent deals. Okay, I got some questions in the chat here. So it's not my syndicate, but it's a syndicate that I get others access to, if that makes sense. Venture Capital X is the name of it. And yeah, it was an all right one. GCC guys, all right, we got a few on the chat. So yeah, I was really bullish on GCC when it launched. And yeah, this guy made a bunch of money. And Hape NFT is another example. These are two examples of whitelist requirements. So you get the whitelist for the project, and when you get whitelist, you get like a guaranteed allocation to buy the NFT before it launches or as it launches, right? And then there was one Mechaverse. Basically, it was a raffle process. So like probably 1% of people who applied got the raffle. And yeah, a few guys that I told got it. I didn't get it, unfortunately, but this guy did. He made like 40K profit. Fucking ridiculous. This is the sort of things that happen in a bull run. It's so stupid. So yeah, strategy 4, how to pick the right opportunities. So I follow a pretty simple selection criteria for these free money opportunities. Number 1, has to be during a crazy bull run. So if there's let's say an IEO during the middle of a bear market, probably not going to do it because there's not much retail. There's not much FOMO. People are scared. If something's up 10x, they're going to take crazy profit if we're in a recession. It's not the right thing to be doing, okay? Now, the entry price has to also be rigged to pump. So you have to consider, like, what is the goal of this project? Are they trying to make people wealthy so that they get on headlines so that everyone talks about it? Is there some sort of other ulterior motive here? Keep in mind, remember this one. If they make this IEO, more people lock up FTT. You can see it's quite a simple like dynamic here. They want you to make money because it makes them more money. Okay. And number 3, there has to be artificial scarcity. So yeah, you can, if you know that there's demand for something, you can rig it so that it makes money. It's quite simple. So you just need to find what you think a rough valuation for a project is, what they're pricing it at. And if there's a big difference, it's free money, essentially. Okay. All right. So in the past 30 minutes, it's probably been longer. We've just reviewed the 4 strategies that I talked about. Airdrops, long-term projects, Hunter Algo, and pre-sales. And I think that's correct. Yeah. And in the last bull run, I started with about 7K, and it was about 5 to 7K. I say sometimes 5K, sometimes 7K. It doesn't matter. Okay. It's roughly around that amount. And yeah, cleared over 7 figures. So no matter how much you have, these strategies will work. If you've got $5,000, most of these are going to work. If you've got 50 grand, it's going to work as well. Did you guys learn something? I want to know as well. What of these 4 strategies is most appealing to you? I'm very curious. Which of these is the most appealing to you? Which is the most interesting? Pre-sales. Okay, pre-sales. And I see a lot of questions in the chat. I'm not going to be able to answer them just yet. We'll do a Q&A at the end, okay? And I'll be very happy to teach you guys some stuff. Pre-sales, and airdrops. Okay. The fact we need a strategy. Obviously you do. Look, guys, think about everything in life that you can become good at. Sports, music, dancing, photography, work, business building, in the gym. All of these different disciplines require the exact same thing to become the best at. And one of the main things that you need is a plan. Because no one becomes the best by accident. You don't become the best swimmer on accident. Oops, I won the race. Ooh, no. Have you ever met a professional swimmer? I know a guy that competed in the Australian championships for swimming. This guy is up at like 3 a.m. every morning to go to the pool to swim for 2 hours, goes to university, gets back to the pool in the afternoon, swims more, chlorine infested, his hair's disgusting. But this is what you have to do to become the best. So he has a strategy, he has a plan, he has a coach, he has a mentor, he has a program that he follows. Do you want to make a bunch of money in crypto? Well, you're going to have to become a very good crypto investor, that top 1%. How do you do it? What do the swimmers do? Mentors, programs they follow. What's the swimming schedule? They're up early in the morning. They're working hard. They have a system. They have a strategy. Okay? That's what you guys need. A lot of you are just total amateurs, no strategy. What are you doing? I hope this is clicking you guys into gear. So, yeah. Here's some key takeaways. Number 1, we just talked about it. No one got rich on accident. No one became the best at anything on accident. For you to make 7 figures from crypto, that's a top 0.1% achievement. It's a top level achievement, right? It takes a lot to get there. How many millionaires do you guys know? Probably not many. You probably don't know many millionaires. I know a few, but like nothing crazy, okay? But most of you guys probably don't know many millionaires, and that's because it's rare. It's hard to do. It's very hard to pull off. So no one got rich on accident. You need a plan. The most profitable ways to make money are usually in places normies can't access. You need to find a way in. What's your in? Whether you join a public syndicate that anyone can get access to, whether you find a way to get into a private one, which is only for people who can give value in a way that is outside of money, which has very little meaning. What's your way in? Are you a friendly person? Were you just in the right place at the right time at the right conference? You need to find a way in to get access to the right opportunities. You don't need to invest tons of time to get rich from crypto. A lot of you think you need to do like full-time work, like it's a job. No, you don't need to. What was the most lucrative strategy I just told you? Pre-sales. How much time would it take you to invest in a pre-sale? probably an hour. You don't need time, okay? You don't need time. If you do it correctly, time is the last thing that is needed, okay? And the problem with crypto is the people who make the most money either invest zero time or they're full time, right? It's either end of the spectrum. Low IQ, high IQ. Lots of time, little time, right? It's either end of the spectrum. Same with this. You either, like my investing system, right? 30 minutes a week. If you design an investing system, it only needs to take you 30 to 60 minutes a week as well. If you start spending 4 to 5 hours, 10 hours a week, you're going to overthink it. It's too much time. Trust me, it's going to make you less money. You're going to start overanalyzing. But actually, this data set says this, but I had to think about it, and I looked at everyone's tweets on Twitter, and everyone on Twitter is really scared, so I'm not going to buy. Like they psyched me out of it. That's not going to work. Too much time investment. 30 minutes, the algo triggered that you follow, whatever it is, boom, buy, done. No thinking required. Maybe you look at a couple things. Okay, this data set is, Confluence. A few things are saying that it's a good time to buy. All right, good, done. All right, the money's made on either end of the spectrum. And also, number 4, without a good network, mentor, strategies, or market experience, the next bull run's going to be hard. If you're watching this, just a normal 9-to-5er, you don't really have any network, you don't really have a strategy, it's going to be hard, I'll be honest. It's going to be really hard. Like, you're watching this to know how to get rich. I'm telling you, it's really hard if you don't have everything in place. Because that's like, what's your edge? What's your competitive advantage? What's the universe is looking at you. Why is it going to decide to make you rich and not someone else? What if the other guy's working harder? What if the other guy's got a better network? What's your edge? These are really important questions to be asking yourself, okay? And a reminder for you. You don't need a lot of money. You don't need tons of money, okay? You can do well. Maybe not 7 figures, but you can do well with 10 grand, okay? I would recommend avoiding swing trading like a degenerate gambler, okay? A lot of you guys are probably trading. If you want to be a full-time trader, go for it. But if you're just trying to do trading on the side, don't bother. Not worth the time. And a lot of you guys follow your favorite influencers' calls. I recommend avoiding that. On Twitter, a guy says, buy this coin. I don't like that strategy of following what someone says on Twitter, because when they don't care about you, right? When someone's just tweeting, they don't give a fuck about you. So they'll tweet something like, I bought here, and you'll buy, and you'll lose money, and you'll ask them, I bought when you said buy, what's going on? And he'll say, oh, it was a shitpost. I was joking. It was a meme. I didn't actually buy. Oh, my stop loss hit, I cut it early. They'll make up some excuse. And then you're sitting there like, well, I just tried to make money trying to copy some guy. Because it doesn't work. He doesn't give a fuck about you, okay? You either need to follow your own advice, or you need to be working really closely with someone, because if they ever change their position, if it's a joke, they need to let you know, or you're going to lose money following your favorite influencers' calls. So, but above all, you don't have to rely on luck. You need to remove luck from the equation. Luck is not going to make you rich. You need to avoid luck. The only luck you should be having is engineered luck that you created. Luck that was like, I went to this networking event and I met this multimillionaire. He's going to help me invest. I knew that was going to happen, but not exactly that. But I knew something like that was going to happen because I put myself in the right place and I engineered it. That's the luck that you should be having, okay? And look, I'm a normal guy. A lot of you guys watching this maybe look up to me and think like I'm special or something. I went from just some nobody. Look at this photo. Look at how weird I look here. Lanky motherfucker. Some dude with a license, right? Normal guy. Now this was last year, but last year I was hanging on a boat and buy. Cliche, but whatever, right? It's a journey from nobody to working with one of the most influential men on the planet, right? Any of you guys can go on a journey of not being much to making a lot of money, okay? And I didn't make money for my first 2 years in crypto. In 2019, when the market was absolutely dying, competed in the Aussie Championships for surfing. Did I really care that crypto was crashing? Not really. A little bit, maybe a little bit at first, but I ended up just laughing at it because I knew I was going to eventually make a bunch of money. Because it didn't matter. Like, I was going to do crypto regardless of if I made money or not. Like, eventually it was going to work out, okay? So yeah, it took me 5 years to go from 5K to seven figures, 5 to 7K. What made this possible? What was the main things that got me there? Well, there's four main sort of inputs that I did, which enabled this journey. I invested over $50,000 into online in-person networking events. I have a question for you guys. Who here has invested over $10,000 into networking? Like, and I don't mean university where you met some like 18-year-old college chick. I mean like networking, like you went to a networking event or you joined an online community. How many? Yes or no? I'm curious. Yeah, that lanky motherfucker came up, that's for sure. Not yet. Okay, most of you have. So for those of you who have invested over 10K, was it life-changing? I'm curious. Because sometimes it doesn't work out. Was it life-changing? Or was there a really good return on investment for investing whatever it was you've invested, over 10K or whatever, on networking? I'm curious. I guess I've mixed up the yeses, so I don't know which one's correct. Yes times two. Yes, 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 yes. Pretty much 90% yeses. Yeah. So look, I've invested over 50K. I've joined GCC. I've joined a number of online networks. Next, in 3 weeks from now, I spent 15K US to go to Capital Club. I don't know if you guys know Capital Club. It's an event with Luke Belmar. It's a mastermind on crypto and business, mostly crypto. I'm there for the crypto stuff. $15,000 for 3 days. I spent the average tuition for college for 4 years in Australia for 3 days. Why do I do this? Am I trying to stay poor? No, it's because you go to the right places, you read the right people, you're going to set yourself up for success. That's how I get access to these things. So that's what it took, okay? 5,000 hours invested into learning crypto. Never gave up after losing money for 2 years, putting in endless hours every day. Even when I get to the levels I'm at now, I'm just as obsessed as I was, okay? But it doesn't need to be this hard for you. You don't need to do this. I know a lot of you look at this and you think, fuck, that's like a lot of money. Like you could have bought you could have put a down payment on a house or something shit. Like you could have bought a really, a slightly above average car. But yeah, I'm just saying you don't have to actually do what I did here, okay? It could have taken me 3 years instead of 5. I could have actually invested way less time. It would have been actually a lot easier if I had done these things. Because when I started, I was quite, look at me. This idiot doesn't know anything about investing, about networking. Clueless. How is that guy going to get to $1 million? No chance, right? So it would have shortened my learning curve if I did these things, if I had a mentor. I had a mentor, but it took me like 2.5 years to get one, okay? I could have had one way earlier when I was an idiot, more of an idiot. Sometimes I'm still a bit dumb, but more of an idiot back then. If I had a mentor, man, I would have been way further ahead. I had no community. I didn't join paid groups because I had 5K in the bank. So I was like, I had 5K in crypto. I was like, I'm not going to invest into a community. Like I'll make more if I keep it in Ripple or Tron. It was silly. I should have joined a group or something. I had no proven edge or strategy. Like I don't even know what the fuck I was doing. I was just buying random shit coins like a lot of you guys are, because you're newer to the journey than like I was back then. And I was too stubborn. I was like, no, I'm going to do it myself. I'm taking the lone wolf path. I'll make all the mistakes myself, blah, blah, blah. I could have shortened that journey, could have taken way less time, but I was fucking about, okay? So yeah, there's a few more things that I'm going to review, and then we're going to have a live Q&A, and I'm going to do a $500 giveaway. So yeah, let's bring it all back. Let's bring it all back into the macro. There's a bull run coming. There's a lot of money to be made, and everyone falls into one of two categories. Category one, this was me 5 years ago. Trying to do crypto lone wolf, getting into coins too late, gambling tens of thousands of dollars down the drain. No edge in the market, didn't even know what I was doing, complaining that crypto was a scam. I didn't do that part. Some of you guys do that part. And that it's all going to be over. It's going to be bust, okay? And there's category number two. This is only 1% of people. And hopefully this is you guys. It's people that understand that you need to get set up with systems, strategies, mentors, processes today so that you're ready for the next bull run. Okay, you need to have some sort of system that you're going to follow, some plan, so that when you get money, it was not an accident. Because as I said at the start, this is probably like the last bull run that it's this easy to make money. Like the next bull run, when it's a $5 trillion asset class, like it's getting regulated as fuck, and it's going to be hard. All the TradFi players are coming in. BlackRock's going to regulate it, not regulate it. BlackRock's going to be this really big player. It's going to be very hard. Everything, all the altcoins are going to be securities, all this sort of stuff, right? It's going to be tricky. So, yeah, I understand that a lot of you guys want to do the same journey as me, but you don't have the time. You don't have 5,000 hours to invest. Maybe you're not as committed and passionate as me, because I'm obsessed with this shit. A lot of you guys aren't obsessed, and I understand. And you don't need what I had to, make that money. So, but I'm assuming everyone here wants to make a bunch of money. Look, it says here to comment yes if that's what you're here for, but obviously you're here for that. So ignore that part. So I got a gift. I have a gift for all of you. I wanted to give, well, not all of you, for some of you. I wanted to give some of you this opportunity. What I'm going to be giving you is basically ensuring your success in the next bull run. I'm going to be giving you one-on-one 24/7 access to me. You can message me anytime throughout the entirety of the next bull run. I'm going to be giving you exclusive access to all the strategies I just talked about, pre-sales, airdrops, the things you guys like most. And I'm going to be giving you access to the small but quite exclusive community of all the other guys that I'm helping get to the 7-figure mark as well. And yeah, some of you are going to get this. So comment gift if you'd like this opportunity. I'm curious. Oh, wow. Holy shit. It's quite a lot. I didn't realize you guys are already commenting. So yeah, some of you are going to get this gift. Now, here's how you get this gift. I have a mastermind group. It's $5,000 US, but today I'm not going to be charging 5K. Okay. This is going to be a one-time offer. And when I say one time, I mean that. Like, I should not be having the mastermind at 5K. It should be more. But I was like, fuck it. I'm going to do something really different today. So the first 10 people who want it, and this is not for everyone, but for the first 10 people who want it, my mastermind will be offered at a discount. Okay. I'm going to be helping whoever joins and takes this offer till the end of the bull run. And the goal is simple. It's basically whoever joins of the 10 of you, it's to show you everything and to help you one-on-one the entire bull run to get you to 7 figures, teaching you everything that I know. That's the goal. So this is what's included. You're going to be getting my private 7-figure crypto blueprint, everything that you need to know. You're going to be getting VIP access to all those pre-sales that I talked about. So it was that same syndicate that has Layer 0, ZK Sync, all that stuff. So all the future deals, whatever comes up, you're going to be getting the automated airdrop farming bots. So that's going to be launched next week or this week maybe. Depends how quick it's done. Where it's basically you do nothing and you farm all the airdrops. Okay? I'm going to be giving you the Hunter Algo investing system. So you're going to know where to buy, where to sell. Quite simple, right? 30 minutes a week, you'll know where to buy and sell for long term. You're going to get all the free money opportunities that I find throughout the bull run. So these are more going to come up later, probably in 6 to 12 months from now. So things like the NFT whitelists, the IEOs and stuff like that. And you're going to get one-on-one DM access to me. So anytime you got questions, you want help, we working together throughout the bull run, okay? Now, it's usually 5K, 3,250 is what it will be today if you'd like to take one of the 10 spots. So this group runs till the end of the bull run. The end date is not really clear, right? Because I don't want to do it like a year. Because the problem with a year is, let's say we're heating up and the bull run is sort of like really it's really getting going in about 12 months from now. I don't want the group to cut off there because I want everyone to join and have the entirety of the bull run. Because if I want to work with someone, there has to be an alignment of goals, right? I want to make you a bunch of money. Let's do it till the end of the bull run. Because if it drops off halfway, that's the most important part. So that's how the group's going to be structured. And yeah, members of the group have already paid off their membership 10x. You saw that guy before, CT, I think his name was. He made 40K in February. He only joined in December. I think I'm going to show you a video of that guy actually in a second. But yeah, this is not for everyone. There is an actual criteria. So before you go and apply, when I show you, if you'd like to join, it is only for these three types of people. Okay, you're either a busy career-focused person or an entrepreneur who wants like hands-off strategies that don't take a ton of time. If you want to be a full-time day trader, this is not for you. Okay, don't join. This is, or another person it's for is a seasoned crypto investor. So if you're a pro at crypto, if you're an amateur, it doesn't really matter. Okay, but if you're a seasoned crypto investor, that works. And yeah, also beginner investors looking to understand the formula of succeeding in the crypto markets. So these are the three firm requirements. This is a bit more like airy-fairy, but this is like the firm requirements. If you are joining with your entire net worth, don't do it. I don't want you to join, okay? It's too early. If you need to have 5K to invest with after you join, you need to be over the age of 18 and you got to have at least 3 hours a week, okay? Everyone has 3 hours a week, hopefully, right? And yeah, if you meet these requirements, I'll let you know now how you can apply. Just to let you know the opportunities we've gotten so far this year. We had 7 figures total profit for like everyone in Blur. We invested in Monad seed round, Kakarot seed round, Scroll Series A. We made 50% on Arbitrum, was basically free money. That's a free money opportunity, actually. The Arbitrum poly market betting. Layer 0 airdrop farming, we're getting top 1% ranks. We're going to have the automated Layer 0 airdrop farming. 40% gains on ETH long-term buyers back in March. We're still holding and more. That's just like the top of the list. This is the guy who made like 40K in February. He joined in January. Anyways, I don't want to show that video too long, but you get the idea. So yeah, here's some other students. Can't believe I got access to this mastermind for 2K. It used to be 2K, now it's 5K, okay? Victor, one of the best groups that he's in. Oh, sorry, he said, yeah, it's the best thing he's done in terms of progressing in crypto. Anton getting top 1% ranks on Layer 0 with the strategy, took like 24 hours. Ron, he said, thank you, made 6K on Blur. And yeah, he used the money to pay off some other things that he was joining. And yeah, what else we got? That's just a few testimonials. Don't want to spam you guys. So yeah, you have a choice. If you tried investing in crypto alone, you know how it feels. Sometimes you feel like you're at a roulette table. You're like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't have a proper strategy. Chasing shit coins, it's really tricky, okay? So I want to take you from the bottom. I want to take you from being this dumb retail. I want to take you all the way up to here. At least take you to smart retail, okay? At least so that you can shit on one person. That's my goal. So 3,250, I think there should be a link in the chat somewhere. No audio. Cool, can you guys hear me now? The chat's a little bit laggy, so I'm... Oh, cool, you can hear me. Okay, great. Anyways, back to the regular schedule. So yeah, we got 10 spots, 3,250, fucking bargain. It shouldn't be this cheap, but anyways, I like helping you guys, so I'm happy to do it. And if you want to pay crypto, it's 3K. Give you a little bit of a discount because I'm a crypto investor. I want to keep my money in crypto. It helps it be easier. So yeah, there should be a link in the comments. You should be able to see like a pinned message or something. But yeah, I want to get onto the Q&A. All right, I don't want to talk about fucking this stuff too much. You know what the offer is? If you want to join, I'd be super excited to have you on board. Let's get into some questions. So yeah, so there's a couple questions in regards to like the offer. So some of you are wondering like, would it make me more money if I put the 3K into the mastermind or 3K into crypto? You have to view it from like an opportunity cost standpoint. So what's going to make you more money? What you're currently doing or a new setup with the mastermind? The only way you can answer that question is if you look at how your performance is so far. How much have you made in the past year? If you haven't made money, the mastermind setup will probably be a better strategy, okay? But if you've got 5K to your name, 3K for the mastermind, not gonna work, okay? You need to have at least 5K. Now, don't I make less by teaching you? Well, the thing is, with Kakarot, for example, the pre-sale, the total amount was 500K. I couldn't even fill it. I really wanted to, but I couldn't even fill it, even though I tried, okay? So pre-sales, no, it doesn't dilute anything. In fact, when I invest with more money, with your guys' money, right? When I invest on your behalf, it actually is better because I've got more power, I've got more say. Yeah, I'll put 100K into Blur, or sorry, not Blur. I'll put 100K into Scroll. You know, it works better. Also with the Hunter algo, doesn't suffer from alpha decay. I don't know if I won't get into that, but that's a little concept for you guys. Now, why can't I do this alone? You can. I did it alone. 5,000 hours, no mentor. Spent 50K eventually on networking. You can do it alone, so you can if you want to. But anyway, let's get into the live Q&A, and then I'm going to drop the instructions for how to win $500. So I'm going to come over to the chat. There should be a crypto link to pay. Okay, so to explain the crypto payment, basically what you want to do is you want to go to the form, you'll send 3K to the address, and then you'll want to go into the form and input your transaction ID. Okay, you should probably try to do it on this live stream if you do want to apply. It's only going to be 10 of you, so the rest of you can just watch and listen as we learn. But yeah, you just fill in the form, send the money, and then I'll message you after this, okay? I want to say thank you guys for watching this video. It was probably one of the most educational and insightful hour-long videos that I've ever filmed. And I want to mention quickly at the end here that everything that you've seen in this video, from the airdrops, the automated airdrop farming, to the pre-sales in the private syndicate, to the long-term investing, and even to the free money opportunities, all of this stuff that I make money from is exclusively available for members of the Mastermind. Now, during that webinar, I did a one-time sort of offer for the guys there. There was 10 guys who got a discount for entering the Mastermind. The Mastermind is a group that I run, which is it's a small and exclusive community. If you want to join the Mastermind to get access to the airdrops, to the pre-sales, to all of that stuff, it's $5,000, and you'll find a link below to apply to see if you can get in the Mastermind, because I let on about 5 every month to join the Mastermind to get access to all the different opportunities. So that means you can get access to the pre-sales. You can automatically farm the next big airdrops. You can get all of the free money opportunities. You can know exactly where to buy and sell for the long term. All of this is available to members of the Mastermind. So if you're interested, application link is below. It's really a good offer for people who are looking for basically a full strategy that they can take to go on to get to the 7-figure mark. Because most of you watching don't really have a plan, you don't really have a strategy, as we talked about in this video. If you want a plan, if you want a strategy, if you want something that you can follow to basically guarantee that you're getting access to the best money-making methods and strategies and opportunities in crypto, then the Mastermind is where you need to be. Okay, so 5 people every month, apply below, and a couple requirements you will need to meet. You will need to have at least 5,000 to invest with after you join. You will need to be over the age of 18, and you need to have 3 hours per week of time that you can invest into basically following and reading what I'm saying. It's not a crazy time commitment. If you're a business owner, if you're someone that's really busy with their career, it's totally fine. It's not an issue, but you do need to have at least a few hours a week. So yeah, that's all guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you got a ton of value. I'll see you in the next video.